Shumai, everyone. I'm very chuffed and pleased. I have my new book out, my third book. It's called The Boy and the Dystopian Realities, which I'm going to read two poems from it. The first one I'll read, it's called Subconscence. They wail. He is still in that song. A memory clung to its melody. My voice rides along, as in the essence drapery. So the song could join us when you were away, where we would still belong. Yearning hearts are strong. They hurt me, as if me to meet, whilst listening to the track, and saw my memory as if the song was an email that had an attachment to download, as if the beat was my very heartbeat. Yearning hearts are strong. So they said, he is still in the drums. It is not my fault that I have left the subconscience, a beautiful code. Only hearts can read. It's a natural thing for everyone to associate a song to a thought or memory. Yearning hearts are strong. Bred together by natural invisible discourse, I thought about my loneliness, and it was left there in the song, waiting to be heard. The heart that touches heart. Yearning hearts are strong. While robbers hear in envy and said, they won't last. I was without here in Northern Ireland, and you heard the song in England. Suddenly I was there and you here, that two people's hearts commute, to exchange words, words of heart patterns. Yearning hearts are strong. Trigger the tear of my spirit of being there with you in the song, where the words meant to love to declare. These emotions are too on fire to shun. Yearning hearts are strong. They urge, he's got to go, as if to intrude on my map of songs that leads me through the thread of life. Am I gone? As if to lead me down my Nana's path, but she was still there. Yes, indeed, though trapped in the box of dementia, she was never gone. She never went, for yearning hearts are strong. Well, that's the first one finished. The second one in my book I'm going to do is called E-wok Base. But it's also about me playing as a boy. In the enemy's base, the boy's eyes blinking quickly to recreate a flashing broken light where the figures flicker in their jolting scene. Where the figures flicker in their jolting scene. Like a strobe light, movements of misjudgment, then audio effects for the faulty electrics, a sizzle and crackle from the boy's mouth, a would-be hit on the big screen. Meanwhile, it's a distant shot across the gulf of his bedroom's terrain, looking over the Ewok Base. Oh, the camera's face, with the depth of field from the boy's eyes, with the shrinking of the aperture, as his pupils focus on the overview, on the room's studio. The wind howls a cold emptiness, as the boy's tongue angles the wind through his lips to form its low, faint whistle. With a taunting pitch, squeezing out through a paper-thin gap, it's a nip, a slither dip of tone moaning its hollow grip. Pupils now grow as I zoom in to engage. Set me here in the quiet woods, but all I have is a mini prop stage where the Ewoks are lifted up to their base in a wooden cage. Made from plastic, a contradictory ethos, simulating the brown bark of 3 thick trunks joined by a platform. The war the baddies wage, the cost, the price of life, as if paying off a debt, money into thin air's wisp. But the naturalists kissed the ground that they walked on, and earth grasp. Perhaps to set the E-wok Base outside, on the garden grass, to protect them against the baddies' rage, their army of a great mass. Han Solo said, "Hold on, boy," dreaming through my favourite toy. I held on tight to the figure, upright as if a harness of the stuntman's sight, as the baddies attack. Black flip kicks, crack, then a spin in the air, smack. The fury of fists emerges, thwack. Perhaps a hero sneaks into the baddie's base, but a fight always results in Luke getting pushed through imaginative glass. It's a sudden crash, in slow motion crunch, smash. The fragments of glass bounce on the floor, ting ting ting, ting ting ting. Sheets and duvets stretched and shaped across the floor, with objects underneath to create the higher hills. During the battles, the boys' room would be trashed, debris of scattered toys, spaceships and big explosions. The transporter collides with a big bash. Run, run, make a dash for cover. The boys' lips spit and splutter. Boom, bang, a roar and a clash. Then the settles of the dust, and all is quiet. Just the survivors of the resistance. Well, thanks very much. My book you can buy on Amazon, which is Davies and The Boy and the Dystopian Realities. The book, there's a lot of environmental issues which I forgot to put on the back of the book as well. It's a journey starting off with a blissful mind, like a utopia in your mind, but it ends up as a dystopia. I'll just read the back cover. Dystopia is imagined through today's films as being savage, barren and vivid apocalyptic world, so seemingly distant from the world we live in. But this book portrays subtle realities of our world through a boy's eyes, where something else lurks only a sliver of a veneer away. It is not necessarily about physical space, but also a mental realm, hinting at a boy's mental state, as what I refer to as the apocalyptic mind. A boy so full of insecurities, searching for love, dreams, and a utopia, which conflicts with his way of life in a technological world. Through love of Mother Nature, David hints upon God, asking him why, which shows his frustration in a painful and confused world that gives no answers. Philosophy gives us liberty to write about the things we see and experience, to try and make sense of the world, hinting at homelessness, guns, technology, and of course the environment. David plays with these ideas, so fictional and at points ludicrous, where he blends the real with the imaginary. So please support artists, writers. I'm a painter as well, and please support me and buy my book. Well, thanks very much.